Good morning, everyone. Just a heads up, I am going to start the pre-market watch list here in just a few minutes. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join the YouTube screen share, and we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everyone. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started now on the pre-market watch list. So yeah, there's not a crazy amount of gappers this morning, but we do have a few plays that I'm watching. So I'll start off with the watch list that I made from last night, and then we'll go ahead and go over some of the gappers from this morning. So from my watch list from last night, the first one I had on there was actually SPRT. With this one, you know, this stock has been just very strong. You can see on this daily chart we had a very nice breakout through $10, and then it just kept breaking out. We got some nice continuation yesterday all the way to 14. So really nice move, and you know, it's still really bullish because we did, you know, close weak, but today we're gapping up right above $13. $13 was pretty much the key level for me, so now that we're back over that, definitely have an open bias on SPRT. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly chart. If we pull up this weekly chart, we can see that we do have a lot of resistance towards like 15s and all the way up to 17. And then we have another big level at $20. So, you know, I still think that SPRT has potential to even test these higher levels on the daily chart. Not saying it's going to happen today, but it just wouldn't surprise me to see this one, you know, continue higher. So definitely have an open bias on SPRT. I think it is going to probably push higher, but we'll see how it sets up. As long as it stays over, I would say 1360 for now, you can keep an open bias on that one, SPRT. The next one on the watch list was TCAT. So this was one that we were watching yesterday. As a lot of you guys know, these NFTs are going really crazy right now. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of people basically buying these NFTs for a lot of money, and there's just a lot of hype in that sector right now. So I think that's a good reason. I think that's probably the reason why TCAT made such a nice move yesterday. We had this really nice breakout. We kind of bottomed out on this daily chart too. But obviously we closed pretty weak, so I am still short biased on this at the moment. I think it could fade a little bit lower, but if it starts to reclaim above like 760 later on, and then, you know, 780 to 8, if it starts to build higher lows back towards yesterday's VWAP, then I would definitely keep an open bias, and then we can keep it on watch again. So for me, I'm probably just going to set a few price alerts and leave it alone unless it comes back into play later on. RGC, this was also on my watch list last night because I noticed it was gapping up. If you zoom out a little bit on RGC, you can see that we're back over this 22. That was, we had a lot of resistance on that first pop towards like 26, and we kind of pulled back, but we're starting to reclaim those levels, and we just got a really nice breakout on that RGC. So this might, set up to break out past the previous highs. You never know, we'll see. $22 is kind of the key level for me. So if it does pull back towards the open, if I was looking for a long on RGC, I would probably want to see this $22 hold as support. But yeah, overall, the bias on RGC right now is obviously bullish. We're back over this key level on the daily chart. You can draw this line right here, over 19. So we popped over that. Now it's just a matter of holding this 22 as support. So I'll be watching RGC as well. AMC was also on my watch list. I'm going to be watching, obviously, AMC, all the meme stocks, GameStop, KOSS falls into that category as well. There's probably a few others I'm missing. But AMC is obviously the main one. So for AMC, we had a big run yesterday. So it might be a little bit extended still. I would say if I were to look for like a long setup on this, I would probably want to see this at least 45.50 turn into solid support. So if it were to hold higher lows above like 45.50 to 46, I would definitely keep an open bias later on to see if maybe it tries to set up for another squeeze towards like $50 later on, or yesterday's highs. But for now, we did break that support, so if it kind of pops up and rejects and then puts in lower highs, then you could also look for maybe a fade back down to the low 40s. But right now I think it can go either way. I would just wait for the open and wait for these key levels to set up and then go from there. So I don't have any specific plans yet. I'm just going to be watching these key levels that I just mentioned, and I'll play it by ear kind of after the open. CLRO, I put this on the watch list last night as well for the members in the private Discord room. It's not doing much now. It's kind of gapping down. There's low volume, so I don't really have much hope for this. It's probably going to just fade back down to $3. But if it does get some volume later on and it pops over VWAP, maybe over that 360 level, then that's when I'm going to be interested in CLRO. If this thing, pops up and runs later, then I'll keep it on watch. Other than that, I'm not really interested in a short at these levels. There's not that much meat left, and just didn't make a big move yet. So I don't have high hopes on this one, but it is something that I'll be interested in if it pops up later. This was also a gapper yesterday. $7 is a big level on the daily chart, so if it pops over 7, starts to hold, this one might try to make a run up, over the next few days. So this might be something to watch over 7. I'm just going to set a price alert. Needs to do decent volume. So right now it's not really in play, but it's something that might be in play later on. And wow, RGC just made a really nice move there. We already broke above that previous high I was talking about on RGC. I hope some of you caught that, or someone caught that. That was a really, really nice breakout. BBIG, this one's kind of setting up a little bit. I feel like it's kind of oversold on the daily chart. It has the support at 210 that it bounced off of, and now we're curling up. So I'm hoping on BBIG that we can get some nice continuation to the upside or a breakout maybe towards 350 to 4 over the next few days. I think it has potential, but it is kind of an uphill battle with all these levels from this previous downtrend. So kind of an uphill battle on BBIG, but that's just something I'm kind of watching on the side as well. As long as we're holding above 3, you know, I think it's probably going to try to push higher over the next few days, potentially. So yeah, that was pretty much it in terms of my watch list. If you're in the private Discord room, you guys can go through the secondary watch list. I'll let you guys go through most of those. Like GameStop is on there. This is going to be on watch with AMC. Same with KOSS. SNTG is kind of interesting. This is a chart that really sold off and kind of bottomed out on this daily chart. You can see we pretty much bottomed out towards $4. And now we're starting to curl up. So SNTG, you know, we have a gap here on the daily chart towards $10. We have this gap breakout level towards 8. So this is another one to maybe put on your guys' watch list, SNTG. It needs a lot of volume, but as long as we're holding the 640 support, I think it does have potential just based on the daily chart. I like that we have that gap towards $10. So hopefully this one pushes maybe towards $8 or $10 over the next few days. That's another good one to keep on watch, I think. Jivo's another one that I think is setting up. You know, it bounced off that $5 support. That was a pretty big level on the daily, 550 to 5. We're curling up here on this daily chart. So I'm hoping for a push towards the 650 level and maybe even higher on Jivo. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. It has to obviously hold above at least $6 for now. So that's another one I'm keeping on watch, kind of on the side. DLPN had a nice little push yesterday. And it actually closed somewhat strong. So if this pops over like this 1260, 1280 level later on, we can still keep DLPN on watch. I would put this kind of under the same category as like TCAT though. Those kind of ran at the same time, so they're in the same sector. So that's just something to keep in mind. But yeah, I'm going to let the members go through the rest of the secondary watch list. I'm not going to go over all of those. And a lot of those probably won't be in play anyways, but moving on to the gappers now from this morning. I think I pretty much covered everything, but there is a few more gappers that I'll go over. So LWAC, this had a, wow, that is an incredible move in pre-market first of all. $69 was the high. That's pretty incredible. But yeah, this thing sold off from $10 to $8 and then ran all the way to 69. So I'm probably not gonna do anything with this. But you know, it already went from 69 all the way to 24. So maybe we'll get a little bounce towards the open. Maybe a push towards 30. I'm just gonna watch it on the side, but that was a pretty insane move on that one. As crazy as it was, also, like this type of stuff is stuff that I don't even trade because it's just too risky for me a lot of times, especially when there's a big spread between the bid and the ask. Those are things you guys have to be careful about. Especially if you're a newer trader and you don't really understand how liquidity works and things like that. But RGC still pushing up to make new highs here, towards $30. Let's see what else we have. ADTX is gapping up as well, so we can actually add this one to the watch list. ADTX. We have a lot of resistance towards 350, and these higher levels, so for this ADTX, the higher the better for me. For a short setup. You know, it might even top out right now. It looks like it's about to top out, honestly. It's really extended here, but anyways, I would hope that this does push higher. The more extended it gets, the better it's going to be for a big short opportunity, in my opinion. Let me see why it's running in the first place. Looks like we have some news here. Something about some type of acquisition. But yeah, I might look for a short on this one, especially if it runs past $3, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably going to pull back right now. But I'm going to give that one some time. SPRT, I already went over this one. I'm still bullish. The bigger picture's still bullish, but it's already kind of extended. Probably needs to pull back and chop around a bit, and then if it reclaims above 1350 later on, then maybe we can look for another breakout on SPRT. But for now, I think it needs to pull back or chop around for a bit. We're almost done here. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I missed. ANIX, that one's not doing much now. JFIN. CPOP was a good short in pre-market. This was actually one of my main watches for the open, but it already faded in pre-market, so I'm probably going to leave that alone. And there's ADTX trying to push higher, still having some trouble there towards 3, but let's see what happens. So that was a pretty bearish 1 minute candle so far. But yeah, I pretty much went over everything for now, I think. That was pretty much my watch list along with the gappers. So yeah, we got 5 minutes until the market opens. I'm gonna sit back for a bit, and then I'll keep the stream on for a little bit after the market opens, just to give you guys some commentary. And then we'll probably wrap things up after a little bit after the open. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we can see kind of what's popping up on the scans after the market opens. Nice push there on SPRT and also on JFIN. Definitely going to keep that one on watch. We might actually even halt here on JFIN. And there it is. You can see we're halted. And nice rejection towards 3 so far on ADTX. Nice push there on BBIG. That's another one that I had on the watch list. UUU is also on scans. It's another one from the watch list. We'll see if this can push towards $7 potentially. LWAC is actually halted as well. Along with RGC. So we have about 3 halts right now. RGC, LWAC, and also JFIN is halted. Alright guys, so basically I just wanted to help out the public YouTube and help you guys out so that you can be focused on the right stocks this morning. And I think I did a pretty good job of that. I laid, a lot of these stocks all these stocks that are on my screen I went over. UUU, BBIG, which is breaking out right now, JFIN, all of these I went over. So hopefully you guys were focused on the right things this morning. If anyone's interested in the private Discord, it does come with my live commentary alerts, the scanners, the daily watch list, all of that is included with the private Discord, and we do still have a discount link for that. So if you guys are interested, you can use the discount link. It's going to be new sub, NEWSUB, all in caps. If you use that, you'll get a discount on the monthly chat room. So you guys can check that out on our website if you'd like to. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to join the public Discord and just send me a message, and then I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything, and I will see you guys next time. I'll probably end up doing one of these probably in a couple days. So I will see you guys all then.